Hello everyone. What are you expecting today? Because whatever you expect, that's exactly what you're going to receive. I have to drink some tea. I made it 2 hours ago, I think, and I did not drink any of it. I want to talk to you today about money. Money, money, money. The person that started YouTube, I want you to put yourself in his position. He came up with the idea, there's a market for it. Imagine people being able to put videos out about what they're knowing, what they're doing, and everybody just come out and share whatever they have. Imagine if that man said, nah, that doesn't sound good. I mean, it kind of does, but I don't know. I mean, who would do that? Nah. If he would have done that, someone else would have picked up the idea. Ideas don't come to you because they favor you. Ideas come to you because they have chosen you. You have been chosen. You have been sought out. Because nature, your nature as spirit, came here onto this earth equipped to pick up on ideas, to receive, so you can give. First you receive the thought, the idea, you build a picture around it, you begin to connect the dots, you begin to see in the future, and then you make a decision, okay, do I want to continue with this or not? And if you don't and you reject the idea, it goes to someone else. But every idea comes to enrich and bring abundance into your life. Now, YouTube now has become a big business platform. But remember, it started with a business of one person or two. I don't know who started YouTube. When we start our business, I want you to think of your business just as YouTube. You want to have employees, you want to benefit their families, and so on and so forth, and the customers. Now, think of it this way. You have to have a way to monetize your business, your program, and your services. I spoke about this in another video. You always have a choice because the law of polarity already states it. Everything has a duality, just like night and day. There's a duality within you, which means you can choose to start your business at the bottom or you can choose to start the business at the top of the mountain. It's your choice. However, we have been taught that if you're 30 years old, you can enter into the fashion world and be a fashion designer. What I have come across was this 12-year-old that had decided to become a fashion designer at the age of 10. She said, why do I have to school and why do I have to wait for my dream to be created in 20 years from now when I can just start it now? I have the vision and desire now. Why should I put it off? Now that's smart. I have a desire now. Why should I be fed later? I'm hungry now. Why should I be satisfied next year? Your soul is crying out, and I have a video where I said your soul is crying out, and it's crying out because that desire, that decision, that desire, that idea came to you and you have not paid attention to it. But it's still alive within you, as Dr. Lipton says. It still keeps crying to you over and over and over again. Build the picture, build the picture. Let's at least see the picture. Because if you can see the picture, then you can look backwards from the picture and begin to connect the dots. And then you say, okay, great. Now I've seen the future. I've seen how I got there. All I have to do is just connect the dots. Do what I'm supposed to do. But this doing, this action that you do must be only 2%. What you do from point A to point B must be mindset. You understand you're here to collect. It's your assignment that you have put upon you to be the kind of business owner that you are, to run your business on YouTube or whatever. But now you're going to collect the reward, or you collect what you've earned mentally. You don't earn in the physical, you earn mentally. I am not here to chase subscribers or clients. I can't do that. I have only a certain amount of time in the day. And the purpose of having a business is to free my time and space. So if I was going to run after people, that will defeat the purpose, my purpose as energy. Energy doesn't run, energy flows. Let me say it again. Energy doesn't run, energy just flows, comes to and through. It doesn't say, I force myself to you, through you, and then I force everything for you. There's no such thing. The energy in the wall doesn't say, I force myself through the walls and through these copper pipes. No, not so. Water doesn't force itself. Water just flows in one direction. force would be to push it the other way. You stand in your own way when you don't allow idea or yourself to fully express yourself. Now, I know a lot of women now are posting themselves half naked on social media, and they say, you've got to love yourself. And I know they're making a statement, but I do hope that they're actually loving themselves. To love you is to love your mind, to love how you think about you, to love you with loving thoughts. There are loving thoughts and there are not so loving thoughts. In essence, it's what we have attached, a meaning that we've attached behind the word. And that meaning is just a vibration or a feeling. So now you choose to think thoughts that cause it to vibrate in harmony with that love for you. But what I'm saying is, when you start a business, if you're doing 98% of all this activity and only 2%, you're receiving only 2% from it, then you're going about it the wrong way. As you have this amazing lifestyle, that's an idea. You say, I want to be wealthy, healthy, and prosperous and live this kind of life. Well, what kind of life? My house to be by the beach. I'm telling you my dreams right now. By the beach, a few feet away from the sand. It reminds me of that house of that movie, Grace and Frankie. I just fell in love with Jane Fonda. But that movie was just like, wow, the doors in the back were always open and you just stepped out and you were right there on the beach. Well, I want something like that. And yeah, just have that and have my Porsche and my Tesla right in front of the house. And I could just drive into town and I could get with people when I want to and then get away from people when I don't want to or when I want to. All right, so that's one of my visions. That's one of my dreams. Now I have to ask myself, well, Luminita, how did you get there? Higher self, how did you get there? You must have done something. What did you do? Wow, you look so wealthy and healthy. What did you do? What would you like to tell people that you've done? Would you like to tell people, yeah, I found a bag of money at the corner of the street. Actually, it was on somebody's lot. And, I found it was mine. Yeah, but you didn't put any work in it. There was no work involved. You're right, there was no work involved. You say, but that's not fair. Life is not fair. Life is so difficult for me, but life is in the tongue, which means you decide what you want to do. You become the master of your tongue, which means the master of the tongue or the master of your speech or the master of your life is to say, I decide what this body goes through. I decide if I want to put a business on social media and then I lay back. I decide to learn how the social media runs and put my business out there and then lay back for me to receive. Now I do only 2% of strategy and 98% of receiving. Can you set your business in that manner? You might say, well, you need to have the right people, the right connection, No, you don't. No, you don't. What you need to do is have the right mindset because people are attracted to the image. Let me say this again. I had a vision one time and I didn't know what to do about a certain matter in my life. It was a business idea that I had and I felt stressed, overwhelmed, just like, how do I put this together? So I laid in bed, which is not a natural thing for me to do. I never rest like that. And I closed my eyes, but I could still see the light and I had to cover them. That's the soul. That's the void. Now in that void, as it was dark, the darkest it could be because I had to cover the lids, I began to see lights. You know how those neurons in the brain, when you see those pictures and there's light going from neuron to neuron, like electricity. That actually happens in the brain. When you come up with, Eureka, I got it. You have made certain connections in your mind and you come up with an idea, right? Now I know people that have been depressed, were on antidepressants, got off of them and they said, I feel like electric shocks within my brain. Yeah, there are short circuits now. You're actually feeling what your brain does because you're extremely sensitive. Your body has become extremely sensitive. You see, your brain is the physical body. And so your physical body feels the brain, but you are a nervous system all over. Okay, so I'm laying in there and all of a sudden I see these lights, like, and they're coming together and they're turning into a picture, like a picture frame. I don't remember what that picture had, didn't pay attention to that. I remove my thing and I go, what was that? You see, that is how the brain operates. You want something really, really bad, and your brain already has the answers. It begins to search And then it goes, bam, I got it. Bam, I got it. Everything you need is inside of you. What you need to do now is you need to know how to manifest it or how to bring that into reality. But built within that image are those connecting dots or those lights. For example, if you want to be on the beach, if you want to buy a house here or a house there or a car here or whatever you want, as you see yourself with that car, now you come back and you say, well, how did I get there? I really don't know how to get there. That's what you're saying. It's like, I don't know the how to. A lot of people say, well, I don't know the how to. I just don't know the how to. The how to is revealed, as John Ostroff said, after you have built the image of you with the thing. Only your brain then, only you will go and search in your brain. That idea begins to search in your database and it comes up with an original idea. No, it's not going to be something that you maybe thought of or whatever. But out of the blue, let me put it this way. I used to be a massage therapist too. Yes, I've done many things in my life, probably for 6 months. I built a high-end massage business where I've had high prices. And that was not for a long time, because from that I transitioned into becoming an insurance sales agent. And from there I went to the financial industry. It was more of a, okay, I don't know what to do with my time kind of thing. Well, I'm in Europe. I've taken my license in Europe. And I thought, well, that's interesting. All these techniques that I've learned in Europe and, ancient massage techniques and all. Oh, maybe I'll go back to US and I'll start my business. I was so excited. I started it. I actually have a page on Facebook still, but I realized carrying the table with me at people's homes, even though they were friends and then friends of a friends and friends of a friends, it was heavy. I just didn't want to carry it. But here's what I'm saying. I still have the table. I still have everything that I need to do massages, and I do massages to my daughters, and they massage me. As my daughter massages me, and she wants to buy herself a Corvette. She wants to have a Corvette. She's a 24 little girl, petite, shorter than me. I mean, we're talking about 4 feet something. And she says, I want a Corvette. I mean, we're talking about 100 times more than her size. But who am I to say no? I can't say no to that. That's not my desire. And I said, honey, how do you think you're going to achieve that? She said, I don't know. I said, it's okay. You see yourself with the car. It's interesting. One day we were driving in Atlanta. She's in the back of the car. I'm driving her around. I think we were just going places. And I said, well, honey, what's the car that you like? I said, close your eyes. And she goes, Corvette. I said, oh, okay. If you, mom, are watching, you need to ask your children questions. Know your kids. I said, oh, okay. We're stopping at a stoplight here. Here. Right here, there's a Corvette. When you stop at an intersection, there's a Corvette coming. And when she said, Mom, I want a Corvette, and I pull up to the light, there's a Corvette coming from the other side, and I said, you mean that? She goes, yeah. It was a silver Corvette. I go, oh, shoot. All right. I said, now close your eyes. I'm looking at her in the window, and the mirror of the car, and I said, all right. I said, tell me what you see. So she's closing her eyes. She goes, yeah, I see it. And what color is it? Red. Oh, okay. We're driving a little more. Midtown Atlanta. We're coming across a yellow Corvette again. While I'm causing her to go in her imagination, there's a yellow Corvette. And I go, damn, girl, you really want a Corvette? I said that within myself. Okay, great. So as she's massaging me, I said, honey, she's so amazing. I mean, she can massage you. In fact, when she was in high school, her teachers would call her from class to class, say, I need Lorraine. I need Lorraine to massage my neck and my head. I need Lorraine. I need Lorraine. She's probably the only girl that left school with a big stack of cards from teachers. Some of them were not even her teachers through the years. But she had the way with people and with boys. And I don't mean it in the negative way. But she would get along with everybody. And she's the kind of person that she's your friend. You cross her once, she forgives you. You cross her twice, she forgives you. You cross her 3 times, she will never, ever, ever speak to you again. All right? So she's got her standard. So while she's massaging me, and I'm getting super excited now, but while she massages me, I said, so honey, how do you think you're going to get that Corvette? She goes, Mom, I don't know. I said, you know, you're very good at massages. She goes, yeah, I know. My teachers told me to. I said, I know. I said, how about this? How about if we start a massage business? But I said, I'll tell you what, we're not going to do back massages. We're going to do head massages. I said, I am the kind of person that uses her mind all the time. And I would love a neck and a head massage. I said, it releases everything because everything comes up here. The blood is in the head. I said, you just need to, learn to release it. I said, I know places where we can go and we can put the business out. But I tell you what, I said, this is how we're going to run it down. I said, when do you want to have the Corvette? She goes, well, in a year. Perfect. How many hours do you want to work a day? Well, 4 hours. Perfect. How long would the massage be? Maybe 45 minutes. Great. You need another half an hour to go from client to client. Okay, great. So maybe 4 clients in a day? Yeah, all right. So the Corvette is how much? Okay. Do you see what I'm getting at? Now, in the natural, you might say, wait a minute. There's no such way. You can charge 150, 175 for a 45-minute massage. No? Of course there's not. But now there is. You see, when Joe Malone started to lead the field of candles, he said, I'm going to be the one that leads the field when it comes to candles. I'm going to sell my candle for $500. Listen, his content of his candle is just as similar as this one. This is made by Lab Orange Blossom. Is my favorite candle out of all times in the whole world. I smell it, I inhale it, I could eat it, I could just bathe with it, I could just, I don't know, you name it. But this is $20. Now, what am I saying? Oh, I don't have the $500 to invest in a $500 candle. No, I don't. I don't have that. But it doesn't mean I won't. There's a candle that is made for the price for people that can afford this. And there's the people that can afford $500 candle. There's people, all kinds of people in the world. You attract according to the value you place upon your product. Your product is you. We call it brand, but it's your name. You decide the price on your name, the price on your head, the price on your head, an idea, and your product. I decide, according to that image of me being with the Corvette, I decide the price of my massage. Now, you might say, well, that doesn't work. I know, to the natural carnal man, that's illogic. That doesn't sound logical. Yeah, but we're not dealing with logic here. We're dealing with illogic. We're dealing with supernatural. We're dealing with miracles. We're dealing with from inside, so outside. Which means I must be stronger. The one that is inside of me must be stronger than the one that is on the outside. I have to have a conviction that I'm already with the car, and this is the way I have chosen to bring in the money. Now, you might have chosen YouTube. You might have chosen a brick and mortar. That's the window of heaven that you've opened. But your price attracts the people that can afford it so that you can afford your Corvette. If I go to a home that is $10 million here in Atlanta, are you telling me they cannot afford to invest $200 in an hour massage? Let's not be silly, okay? In fact, if you are coming to their house with a $60 hour massage, they're going to say, alrighty then, I know who you are, I know where you're coming from, and I know your value. And they're not going to associate themselves with you because they're vibrating at a different vibration. You rise in value and appreciation of yourself, they're going to appreciate you. If you lift yourself to the point of being a 24-year-old girl that wants to drive a Corvette, you've got some high values. You don't look at price. You look at what that car makes you feel. Let's be honest with ourselves. That exhibits luxury, wealth, abundance, significance. So you see, money can do a lot of things for you. What's the feeling that you're seeking? If you want to go from rags to riches, you don't need to look at time and space and your mastery of skills. You can price accordingly your mastery of skills. According to what? According to the desire of your heart, meaning according to that car. You price your business according to the car. Now, I cannot say charge $100,000 for an hour massage. Now, that would be ridiculous. But you are here to live your best life, to live your best speech, which means you speak the best of what it is you want. What's best for you? Well, this is what's best for me. Have a Corvette. When? At the end of the year. Okay, great. What are you good at? This. What would you like to do? This. How many hours would you like to work? This many. Let's break this down. How many days a week you'd like to work? All right. You start from the mountaintop. You don't start from the bottom. You lead the field. You don't start in the back of the field. You plant a harvest, or you plant success and you reap success. You don't work hard hoping you're going to get to success, because if you start with working hard, you're going to continue to work hard. Energy that you send out comes back to the point of origin. So if you decide to price your energy, your idea, low, you're going to receive low. You attract what you are. And if you are a Corvette type of a girl, you're going to attract a business idea that you can price. Now you might say, well, couldn't she think of another business idea? She's going to do what she feels natural. What's natural for you to do? Does it mean that that's the only idea? No. That Corvette can be put together into manifestation by many ideas. Many. In fact, she can come up with one idea and get the money exactly in one idea, one sale. She can. She can do that. I know my financial mentor did that. You can. You just have to have the faith for that. And you can demand from the universe an idea that you know with confidence. The idea is going to give me the amount of money that will get me to my car. Now, what if she says, I want to have, I'm going to remove my earrings. They're clip-on and they're hurting. What if she says, I want to have the Corvette in 6 months? You see, she decides the delivery of her desire. You put a date, not when you think you can get it, but when you would like to receive it. And if she's not ready to go and do the massage, she could hold back and say, well, I don't know. All right, I'll think about it. What she says is she's not very sure. All right, another idea is going to come. Don't worry, another idea is going to come. But what am I saying in essence is you master the how-to, and you will know the how-to once you see yourself with the thing you want. There's no such thing of not taking action. None. That's the masculine side of you. And the feminine says, okay, I'm here. I'm giving you the massage, but I'm also here to receive. And I'm not allowing you to decide. I'm telling you what I'm worth. I'm telling you what my mastery is worth. Now, they don't know any different. They don't know any better. Meaning, there are so many masseuses out there, as there's so many coaches as I am today. But I price myself at the price of, you know what? This is how I work with my clients. In business, this is how I work. I rehearse an image in my mind where I hear my clients say, what would it take for me to hire you as my business coach? You know what I say? You can't afford me. And you know what I want to hear back? Try me. Isn't that funny? People want to bet on you. You can tell them any price. But this is what I want. This is the game I want to play. What's your game? Do you master your speech? Do you master your images? Be a master, a leader of your own life, a leader of your own speech. You send the word out with the image of the play that you would like to play out. Now, this is the kind of personality that I am. Yeah, it makes me feel as if I'm in control, but I'm in control of my mind because I've decided the end scene and how it's going to be played out. I don't control the person. They're subjected to conform to that image. I know how to play the game of life to win, and not take years to win, but create the quantum leap. But you've got to know how to speak to create the quantum leap, and make sure you have a price to put it down, not feel intimidated. How can you be intimidated when you realize that scene is taking place? You're going to feel how? As if you're receiving life. I have a video where I talk about how to receive life. When you hear what you want to hear from the other person that makes you feel alive, that's what you're seeking. That's what you want. You want life, or the feeling that those words are giving you. So put the words in your client's mouth that says $200 a half an hour massage. Oh, that's okay. Come on. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, sure, I'll make up an appointment with you. How would that make you feel? Alive. know how to play the game of life, know how to master your words. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all of you. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the notification bell button. And if you want to come within the program Manifest Without Money, you have to come within the program and then come into the private group community on Facebook, Manifest Without Money. I do have a page on Facebook and a private group. You can only comment in the group if you enter within the program. That is where I do live coaching once a week. I come live, answer your questions, support you along the program. The purpose of the program is to take you from where you are to where you want to be, one thought at a time. I teach you how to think, but I cannot tell you what to think, because that is up to you in accordance to your desire. But I share my experiences here on this channel through the coaching inside of the private Facebook group community. I share more because I take more time and I use the whiteboard, and you have a way to interact with me and ask questions and give you the answers on the spot. So if that sounds good to you, then click the link below and come within the program. If you're not ready for it now, that's fine. You can come in at any time. All right. Thank you for being here. With much gratitude, this is Lumi. Bye now.